Welcome to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, home of the Panthers, in a program built on the backs of legends like Tony Dorsett, Hugh Green, Mark May, and Mike Ditka. Part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Mountaineers' offense is on the field for the first time today. The toughness epitomized from the coal mines of West Virginia, the steel mills in Pittsburgh, and you better have a sturdy jaw in the backyard brawl.
Any name in a rivalry game that's the backyard brawl, sign me up. Both these teams, man, that's what they're about. That's their identity. They'll be ready to throw down.
It's called backyard brawl for a reason. When West Virginia and Pitt play, there's fights on the field, there's fights up in the stands, there's fights in the parking lot after the game. These programs hate each other.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Quick step and go. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Leaves it with the back. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. The brawl was pretty much an early TKO the last time these two met, as the Mountaineers won easily.
And Country Roads was blaring, and the Mountaineers fans were jacked up because they smacked their rival around. Palmer, what kind of response are we going to get from the Panthers?
Well, Pitt has been sick to their stomach for an entire year. After that beat-down loss, they've been...
Oh, it's out! And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, the coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Powell. Makes the grab down the middle. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
Football oftentimes gets won by the teams who play the best on the critical down and distances. What an amazing play by that quarterback on third down. Able to put his team on his back, use his legs to extend and buy time, and then go score. Awesome job.
West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Touchdown, West Virginia! Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Heaves it on the run. Pass on the way. It's picked off. He smashes his way through again. He'll finally go out of bounds. On first down, here comes this offense. To the air, it's Powell. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
They'll start this drive with a pass. It's complete to the right. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Hey, and quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. No.
A shot toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. So many rivalries built on proximity, and Pitt and West Virginia have been squaring off in their backyard since 1895.
And it's just crazy to think about. A rivalry that goes that far back, so close to each other. It means so much for a year. A year of bragging rights, Palmer.
Well, and the hate started in 1895, and every single year, every time these two teams play, you just see that on the field.
Makes his connection. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Hums it downfield. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Mountaineers!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Keep the pace, keep it going.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Mountaineers will punt this one away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. Make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
He's going to fire deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Powell. Gets it out quickly. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, West Virginia. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
First down here for the offense. Here's the handoff. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. They'll run it out of the shotgun. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. He'll throw on 3rd down. It's complete to the left. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. The quarterback takes a knee. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everyone, to College Park, Maryland, and the house has been built by guys from Boomer to Dick, where the fans are eager to welcome visitors into the shell. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goal this week, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, the Mountaineers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Maryland Terrapins offense will take the first swing of the game. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball in quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
Looking to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Pope. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. It's got to make a statement today.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They'll go with a direct snap.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
And that is no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. Ready to go to work. They couldn't find the uprights on that 51-yard field goal attempt, so they'll give up the football. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 34. It's complete on the right side. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Makes one man miss. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Powell. Going downfield for the big play. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They get to him as he throws. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. They're bringing heat. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. He wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football, so the quarterback says, you know what, I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
back to throw on second down. With the catch, it's O'Connell. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They'll go to the counter. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. The Terrapins moving quickly to the line. On second down, he'll let it fly. He's got it on the run. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Wants to throw on third down. Using his feet to buy time. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Maryland! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas is trailing, but they are within striking distance. Kind of like when Major Apple...
Quick pass on the fly motion. Crosses to 35. Oh, look out! And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes...
Throws toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Scrambling away. Quickly to the tight end. Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Smashes through. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. The Mountaineers will snap it on first and 10. They're going to ride this running back. At the 35, he's loose. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. And the Mountaineers are on the move. Power football with the run. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some bounds. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Well, it's a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Shows him the stiff arm. Across the 45. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass, it's Powell. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He's going to pass. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by...
Lets it fly deep downfield. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets... Just over 20 seconds to play in the half. You just don't want to make a big mistake here. Pressure coming. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Gonna let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's not afraid to go deep. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Stands in and takes the hit. Ball in the air, intercepted. Oh, he gave him the limp leg. And he'll be brought down. And West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down in the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Wants to throw. It's Powell. He finds his man. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
On target to the left. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Little touch pass to the receiver. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was...
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt.
West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Powell. He's going for it all. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score, your defense does your part. Jesse, this offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And once you get in this range in the football field, do you depend on your kicker? Do you go for it? I think on 4th down, I think you go for it. This is a long field goal, a lot harder attempt. I like the offense going for it here in this situation.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Coming after him. Firing to the right, complete. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late. Huge moment coming here as they try to punch it in and quiet this crazy, raucous crowd. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And that's a really good job by the defense reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yardage.
Oh, look out. The ball's free. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. To the defense, it was opportunistic. To the offense, it was catastrophic. A blown opportunity to score and take the lead.
Man, it's been a physical ball game, and I think you're starting to see the wear and tear on some of these ball carriers for this offense. They just don't seem like they've got the same ball security and the same desire to hold on and squeeze the football. Better condition, and they just want it more.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. And they come out with a field goal lead. Defense just got to stop now to capitalize, David.
Yeah, keep the momentum going, right? Defense did a great job. They held serve, got you the football back, Jesse. let's go get some points.
I'm curious to see how they're going to do this. Are they going to be aggressive after the defense got the stop and take a shot, or are they going to try to be more conservative here and bleed the clock?
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in
Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the Mountaineers and a fan base that has been, shall we say, preparing since early in the morning for the battle we have in store. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Pandas, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. He'll do it himself. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, not much the defense could do there. The defensive end crashed down thinking the running back had it, but nice job of the ball handling there by the QB.
Just trying to avoid negative plays, continue to put stress on the defense. That's what he does there.
And that's a play this guy can run in his sleep, too. They rep this over and over and over. It's like clockwork for this guy.
Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. The Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. Gets it out fast. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Mountaineers are marching down the field.
West Virginia.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The Mountaineers are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, West Virginia.
And there's no secret.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. He'll keep it himself. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. And this center downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Going to take a shot at this DB. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to power their way ahead. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. And he'll be marked. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
West Virginia.
To the air, it's Powell. They're working that left side. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Flips it out in the flat. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. He's right on target. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. And the Mountaineers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mountaineers. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. To the ground with the back. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Finds his target down the middle. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Powell. He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Trying to punch it in. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got his man on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Going up top. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's running in the open. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
He'll pull it on the read. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
This defense really has their hands full, guys. They got to play with great eye discipline because they don't know who's going to be keeping the football in the run game. And that time, you saw the QB. He was able to kind of skirt his way and get some positive yards. This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Touchdown, West Virginia! And the route is on.
Reese, that's 3 for a young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Powell. Getting some heat. He'll try to do it himself.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Finds his back in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Looking to throw for it. Finds the tight end. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field.
West Virginia.
Handoff from the gun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And the punishment has been extended.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver streaking straight down the outside of the field. And my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
First down for this offense. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Couldn't get anything done on 1st down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And the stomping has commenced.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He found a hole, got about 5.
Working the play action off of all these base runs, too. So much offensive volume this defense needs to worry about at this point.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quick.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think that you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs.
West Virginia.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Pass the 25. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They're about to snap it for the 7th